we're going to talk about some rare things that are rarely spoken of on our path. There have been some things I'm not going to go too deep into, but overall we will discuss.
A world is born, another dies.
The secret order of the European. That means Tibet and Hindustan. And so his master did say that it was an ashram, within Mount Chaos or Chaos.
Columns tumble,
where they were to be
faiths all crumble.
Brahmins who were in a cave where a light was always shining, seemingly no source.
A world is born, another dies.
The static light glides on the
demons and angels before our eyes.
When we talk about the astral body, the astral body is the body of this physical world of matter, but without corruption. You dematerialize. The physical body as you materialize the astral body.
It's all crumble.
All of it was connected before the involution of man. You must activate it, materialize it, while dematerializing your gross body. The astral body is the soul. It's like your ghost. Those who have ever had either an out-of-body experience or have had an astral detachment. Know exactly what I mean. The green ray, El Rayo Verde, it's the color one perceives in Kabbalah, and this is what Cyrano himself said. Cyrano chose green from his own self. He did not get this from another source. The green ray is in existence. It's complete detachment, a complete separation from all that there is. It is to be in a state of incomprehensible bliss, but having a face and knowing it. When the siddhas and the yogis are in samadhi, is there anybody there to feel the bliss? Or does the yogi wake from samadhi and it would be like a case of missing time? So Kavalya is the implosive route. It is the route of our order, of our temple, from the beginning. You could say that was our route as soon as the bang happened. But when Miguel Serrano would reach Kavalya, he said that everything was green. He said that to be there, you want green waves of energy to pulsate through. So there's something about the green. And like I said, it's almost impossible to talk about because there is nothing beyond the green ray. And it is in existence, non-existence. It is what there was. It is what there was before the partition and the bang. I would think it would be a complete, total paradise beyond anything that our brains could comprehend. Now when we talk about the wolf as the ghost ship of the North Pole, and the Kali Yuchi as the ghost ship, the South Pole. We're talking about the Kundalini energy traveling up and down your spine and stopping at various seaports. Those would be the chakras. And there's little rivers, the nadis that flow from the chakras, the nerve ganglia. Like the crew of of ghosts, of dead men, travel, ancestors. And then there's what's called an astral tube. Now this is a vortex area of anti-gravity. It can be found over the head of man. What's called the leap is over the Saraswati chakra. The magnetic field around the human body and the earth is like the number 8. The north circle spins clockwise while the south circle spins counterclockwise. This forms the endless turning of infinity. Now in between these two circles is the activation point of astral detachment, because in between these two circles is anti-gravity, and thus the astral tube. There are other ones. For example, the very center of the body. The very center. In that place in your spine where it's always the most tender. Like the area you push on when you want to crack your back. But these are some things we wanted to discuss. And I wanted to give an overall very simplistic way to show you what we are doing. So when the Big Bang happened, this caused various things, which ultimately called Hyperborea, to go invisible, or I guess we can say was submerged, and the story began. We came into the world of the demiurge. In his yugas, his time, in his ignorance and suffering, the prince of slavery. But the gods, the archetypes, have a way of showing us the way out through an alchemical, astrological way. We go beyond the gods into our godhood and to be conscious of it. We follow the way of the left-turning swastika. It's a retrograde path because we're going backwards to everything that is. We use the runes as the enemy cannot come near the runes. They are quite literally allergic to them. They could be very deadly to the enemy as the blueprint. And I'll only say that the blueprint of everything is rooted. Matter only forms around it. And we all know who the architect was. And we all know who the carpenter was. Ultimately come the death of the gods, the end of the Kali Yuga. We are now in the lowest point of the Kali Yuga, where you're gonna see just so many things happening so quick that I don't even know how to tell you. But just be prepared and just know what a quickening is. A quickening is at the end of a funnel. You know those little things you put the coins in and they go round and round and round? That's just like the Aryan Vedic worldview of time. The golden age lasts long, but as we got down to the nadir of the Kali Yuga, the lowest point, it's turning so fast and closing in. Will there be an explosion? Will the breath just lose its energy? And when I say breath, I mean the great breath, the bang, the breath of the Brahma. Will it just lose its vital force and everything and just eventually fade out? Some say after an exhalation, there's an inhalation, and everything comes back to the source. Only the poets can intuit these things, and only poets will understand